I knew Kim before I knew Big. That's why the situation was so, that's why it lasted so long, because it was so personal. And it's not about nothing with court shit, with none of that shit. We're not going to even address that, but it's nothing to do with that. My apology was I wasn't a good brother to her. When Big died, she held me down.
What if the person hip-hop tried to erase was actually the one who kept its heart beating? For years, Lil Kim was painted as disloyal, as the drama queen, as the one who broke the code. But now, decades later, Lil Cease, Biggie's right-hand man and Kim's former crew member, is admitting he got it all wrong. His public apology didn't just shock fans, it flipped an entire narrative that's lived in hip-hop's shadows for almost 20 years. So, what really happened between Kim and Cease? And how did the woman everyone turned on end up being the one who never stopped riding for Big? It was 2019. Lil Kim had just hosted a tribute dinner for Biggie's birthday, a gathering of people who knew him best. The vibe was real, raw, emotional. But no one expected what came next. Lil Cease, the same man who once testified against Kim in court, stood up and apologized publicly. Eyes on him, voice shaking. He called Kim his sister, told her he loved her, admitted he hadn't been a good brother, and just like that, decades of silence cracked wide open. When Big passed in 1997, everything changed. Junior Mafia, the crew he built from the ground up, began to fall apart. Money dried up, people started picking sides, and Kim, she became the odd one out. But the final blow came in 2005, when Kim found herself wrapped in a federal case. A 2001 shootout outside Hot 97 sparked a federal investigation. Kim ended up lying to a grand jury, trying to protect her people, and got slapped with a perjury charge. Guess who testified against her? Lil Cease. Now, Cease swears it wasn't snitching, says the media twisted it, but in the hip-hop world, being on that stand, against your own, is unforgivable. Kim did a year in prison. Meanwhile, Cease got to keep moving like he was just telling his truth. To Kim, that wasn't just betrayal. That was turning your back on Big's legacy. Instead of questioning Cease, the media came for Kim. She was labeled angry, bitter, unforgiving, while Cease got to play the innocent bystander. Nobody talked about how she was the only one who actually did time. Nobody acknowledged that she stayed silent to protect others. And like so many women in hip-hop, especially black women, she was thrown under the bus to protect everyone else's image. Even after all that, Kim never stopped riding for Big. On her album The Notorious Kim, she dropped a heart-wrenching tribute track with Mary J. Blige called Hold On. She poured her grief into the music, even calling out industry leeches trying to profit off Big's death. And that wasn't a one-time thing. In 2016, she dropped I Did It for Brooklyn, repping Big and the borough that raised them both. She's headlined tribute events, spoken at anniversaries, and organized family dinners to keep Biggie's name alive, all while being quietly blackballed and misrepresented. When the Notorious biopic dropped in 2009, Kim was furious. They didn't ask for her input. They twisted her into some random side chick, erasing her role in Biggie's creative life. Kim flipped. She pulled up to the set with her lawyers demanding answers, but the damage was already done. And it didn't stop there. On Monica's 2011 track Anything to Find You, Kim had a featured verse, but the Biggie estate, run by his mother, Valletta Wallace, revoked clearance at the last minute. Monica went public with her frustration, calling Kim a legend who deserved respect. But the record got pulled anyway. Still, even with all that, when Biggie's mother passed away in 2024, Kim showed up, quietly, respectfully. No press, no drama, just love. That's who she's always been. When Kim called Cease in 2019 to invite him to the Biggie tribute dinner, they hadn't spoken in years, but she had a vision: bring everyone back together to restore what Biggie built. Cease showed up, so did the rest of Junior Mafia. And in that moment, through Cease's apology, something powerful happened. Biggie's broken heart started to mend. Cease later admitted in interviews that Kim let him live with her when he had nowhere to go, that she held him down when everyone else vanished, and he never gave her the credit. But Kim never needed the credit. She just wanted the truth to be known. Let's keep it real. Lil Kim created the blueprint. Her pen, her flow, her image. It shaped a whole era of female rap. But instead of being celebrated, she was sidelined. They tried to paint her out of Biggie's story. But the truth is, she was the story. She helped launch it, protected it, and preserved it when nobody else would. Now, with Cease's apology, fans are finally waking up, realizing maybe they judged her too fast. Maybe Kim's story was the one they should have listened to all along. In a genre built on loyalty, it's wild how long Lil Kim was left out in the cold. But the woman they tried to erase turned out to be the one holding it all together. She didn't just carry Biggie's name, she protected his soul. Now, it's your turn. Was Lil Kim misjudged? Did hip-hop finally wake up? Drop your thoughts below, and we'll see you in the next one.